Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing $50 card Fridays. This one I'm actually really excited for because we're going back to XY era. Some of these cards I bet you guys probably haven't seen in a long time. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. If you do, obviously hit the like, smash the subscribe. I can't talk. But yeah, let me know what series has been your favorite so far. We're going to jump into it. We probably got maybe 30 cards here again. I try to keep it around there. Right away, we're jumping off with Venusaur EX from base set XY. It's the full art. Near mint. You're looking 44 to 48, roughly in that area. I just love this card, honestly. I think a lot of the XY cards are some of the best created cards out there. Just the artworks were on a whole nother level then. To me, it's a very, very slept on era, but that's just me. So the next one that we're going into, so there's two out of XY base. I just like Yveltal just because of the sweet artwork. I think it's a cool card. I would call it one of my sleeper picks, to be honest. Near mint, you're looking around 35-ish. We got 30, 36, 40, 33. I'd say, yeah, 33 to 35 is a good number for it. You're going to see in this series, there's going to be a lot of megas. There's going to be a lot of full arts mainly, just because, well, you're going to see a lot of legendaries too, because of the Pokemon game that's coming out this year. You guys know it, Pokemon Z to A. It's going to be all the legendaries. That's why I've been telling people to pick up these type of cards now. One of the biggest cards that I would say jump that I've seen so far is that Alakazam. That Mega Alakazam, that's Alakazam, Umbreon, and there's one other one in there. That's all the way up to $100. I remember when that was only like 30 bucks just last year, and it's already tripled in value. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these XY era cards are going to be starting shooting through the roof. So moving on, we're in Flashfire. Obviously, we all know Flashfire is all full of Zards. Near mint, you probably... There's a near mint for 32, near mint for 49. This guy got away with it for 60. Honestly, you should be able to pick up a near mint under 50, but it's just a regular EX from Flashfire. Then we're moving to Pokemon Center Lady. It's just these two because all the rest are just way too expensive. Pokemon Lady, it's been steadily going up over time. Obviously, a lot of times what you'll see with the low dollar amount, that's just because they bring into moderately played, they bring heavy play, everything into it. Near mint, I would say, let's see, 38, 45. I'd say 40 is a good number. 40 is a good number. Should be able to get one around 40 to 45. But yeah, it's a steady incline. Obviously, it's a waifu, in a sense, maybe. Anyways, moving on to Furious Fists. We got, let's see, two of my favorite Pokemon, too. So Dragonite, obviously, we love this card. There's not enough Dragonite cards out there. We need more of them. But yeah, this is one of my favorite cards. Near mint, 45 to 50. It'd be a solid mark for that. Yeah, I mean, on this list, this is probably one of my favorite cards on here. I just love the artwork. And then, yep, one of my top 10, Lucario. Everybody knows it. It's a secret rare from Lucario. It's going to be more than 50. I already know that. I knew that when I put it on there. It's going to be that 50 to 55 mark. I don't know how he sold it for 150. Don't ask me. These guys, I don't know. I mean, it probably was perfect where it could have got a 10, and that's probably how they sold it that high. But but I would say anywhere between 50 and 55 is a solid mark to pick up this card at. Again, it's another one of those cards that's been steadily climbing over the years. It's a mega. They're bringing megas back. I don't know if they're bringing megas back in the card games, but I know obviously in Pokemon game they are. So we'll have to wait and see about that. But moving on to Phantom, there's only one in Phantom Forces. We all know it's all Gengars. This was the cheapest one, to be honest. And it's just the regular EX. Near mint, you're looking at around 35-ish. 33 to 35 is a solid number. I love Gengar, man. Top two. Oh, yeah, I did put in, sorry, I threw in this one too. I know it's higher than the $50 mark, but again, it's just another one of my favorite Gengar cards. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. It's right around 55, 60 bucks. So if you got a little bit of extra, Mega Gengar is another one to pick up. Moving on to Primal. Some of these cards are my absolute favorite too. I mean, just all these full arts, they hit different than the full arts these days. I hope they start to change and bring back some of these, because these full arts are way better than the new ones these days. It's Kyogre EX. You're looking for near mints right at 50. You can pick up LP for probably around 40-ish. But yeah, near mint, you're looking to be around 50. Next one, obviously you can't have Kyogre without Groudon. I know I got mine. You should be looking at, I think it's 45 to 50 for near mint. Yeah, we got 52, near mint 43, 40. Yeah, plus or minus 3 off of 45, I would take it. So obviously the cheaper the better, but another solid card. It's been steadily climbing over the years. I mean, look at that. It just keeps going up and up. Love it. So these two are kind of like a sleeper pick for me. Again, I love the artwork. It's the Mega Aggron and then the Mega Gardevoir. Both from Primal. Mega Aggron should be around 30, I think it was. Or is it a little higher? Oh, no, it actually... Well, it's all over the board again. Because you got a 60, you got a... Well, lightly played at 60. You got a near min at 50. Near min at 49, 36, 35. I would say if you can get around 40, do it. It's a solid pickup. It's, again, like I said, it's one of those cards that's keep going up, but I would only pick it up if you like it. Don't pick it up to invest, because Aggron's not everybody's favorite. It's a solid Pokemon, but I don't know. Obviously, we know Gardevoir is a lot of people's favorite, especially with the plushie that they're bringing out, which I get why they're doing it, but man, that's a wrong move to do. But near mint, ooh. Last sold near mint is 73. No wonder why. I bet you a lot of these LPs were probably close to near mint. I would say don't go over 50. Let's just put it that way. Don't go over 50. Now we're moving on to Roaring Skies. This one I know is going to be close or over. 48, 42. I would say 42 to 45 is solid. If you get it for 50, I wouldn't complain. It's Rayquaza. I don't really see Rayquaza going down anytime soon. Like I said, I'll keep repeating myself over and over. With the Megas coming back, it's going to be a solid investment. And then my other one for Roaring is the full art Megalodios. Near mints 53. Yeah, it's going to be plus or minus. I would say plus or minus 2 off of 50. So 50 is a solid number. If you can get it just a little bit over, a little bit under, I still would. Um, I mean, look at that huge jump. There's probably going to be a small little dip, but it's not going to be much. It's going to keep going up and up. Moving on to Ancient Origins. We got the Mega Sceptile. I mean, you can't tell me that's not a sweet artwork. And that's just the full art. Wow. I didn't realize near mint was over 100. Again, it's probably because there's two people that had it. They basically manipulate the market. LP's at 37. I mean, if there's a lot of lightly playeds around the 40 mark, if you can get an LP or a near mint around 50, I would do it. I would pick it up. There's very little whitening. It's a solid pickup for less than 50. My Mega Tyranitar that I just posted on my Instagram, the full art. Let's see, where is it? Near mint's 50. This dude got away with the 76. Another one got away with the 69, but 42. So it's kind of all over the map, which when I see that, I tend to stay away sometimes. But again, it's Tyranitar. It's going to stay consistently high. I'm more comfortable off of these numbers right here. You got 43, 43, 43. I rounded up to 42. You got another 43 there. A lightly played at 45. Yeah, I'd be comfortable around 45 picking up one. You guys should be too. You see it, pick it up. This card is sweet. Again, Giratina EX from Ancient, the full art. Obviously, it's another legendary Pokemon. Last sold near mint. That's just crazy. See what I'm talking about? Some of these people, they can get away with it. But yeah, we got a near mint at 100, near mint at 75, near mint at 50. We got a near mint at 55. Again, I'd be more comfortable around the $50 mark. I don't know how these guys got away with it. The only thing I can think of is grading wise. If it's centered, well centered, people end up paying sometimes 2 times the value, 120% the value, just because they know it's going to be worth it on the return. Let's see, what do we have left? We got 6 sets left. The next one should be Breakthrough. Yep. Breakthrough is just 2 Mewtwo's. We got both Mega Mewtwo's, 159 and 160. We got the blue and red. This is, the red's going to be around the $50 mark. I'd say plus or minus 2. You should be able to get it around, man, there's a lot of them over here. Some of these guys, I don't know. But yeah, I would say 46-ish, 50-ish. Within that should be good. Even if it is lightly played, maybe a white corner here and there, I'd be okay with. It's one of those cards where everybody's going to want. It's consistently going up. Same with the blue one. Let's see, near mint. Yeah, near mint's just insane. But then you got this 55 that's near mint. Lightly played at 43. I didn't realize that one jumped as much. Because a lot of times when I go through and I do the list, I don't get a lot of time to dive deep into it. I just see the market. And so I jump on here, but a lot of times I forget they throw moderately played and all that in the market too. So it can skew the numbers. And that's why you see some of these higher near mints. I mean, 55, I think, is a solid number for it if you can get it. If you spent a little bit more, not bad either. Breakpoint, we got 2. Skyla, it's a solid card. Obviously, it's a waifu card. But it stayed pretty consistent, honestly. From when I picked up mine to what it is now, I think it's grown about $10 within a year, which some people say that's not a lot, but for a trainer card in English, that's actually solid. Because we all know Japanese trainer cards are way more popular, worth more than English. But yeah, I mean, if you can pick this up for 40 plus or minus a couple, you're good. I mean, I would hold on to it and be set for a little bit because small dip, but you got to remember that's because there's a lot of moderately played damages. So what you're seeing right here is a lot of the more played cards than it is near mint cards. It's going to be the same thing with the Mega Gyarados, which again is a sweet card. I always love the fact that they throw the Japanese words here. And if you were to get this card in Japanese, then this one right here would be English. I always thought that was pretty cool. But near mint, yeah, it's good. It's consistent at 60. So I would say if you can get lightly played, or if you can get one around 55, pick it up. Um, it's Gary. Gary's not going anywhere. Shiny Gyarados is always a solid one. The next two from Generations is kind of insane because I remember when I picked them up and what they're worth now. We got the Flareon EX rating collection. Near mint's at 45, 45, 36. Yeah, I would say 40 is a solid number for that. I remember when I was picking these up by, I would say 20-ish, 20 to 25. And that was a year ago. This market has just, it's been insane. And the next one we all know as well, the Sylveon and Eevee rating collection. This, I believe, is going to be over 50. Yep. You can still kind of pick up some for 50. You'll get people that can get away with 70 again, probably well centered. So the reason why people are going to pay more for this one is because these are some of the hardest cards to grade to get a 10. I mean, if they see no scratches, if it's well centered, they're going to pay an extra 20 bucks, 30 bucks on top of market because the return's going to be like 4 times what the value is. Some of these cards are insanely high as a 10. So that's why you'll see some of these skew marks. Because, yeah, it's well centered. There's no scratches. It's just, yeah, it's insane. Fates Collide, I believe I only have one. Yep, it's the Mega Alakazam, and I believe it actually is over 50 as well. Or am I thinking of the other one? Nope, sorry, I'm thinking of the other one. This one, so this is what I was talking about, Fates Collide with the Alakazam, the Umbreon, and I always forget the last one. That card, I was buying a few different ones for around 2020 or 1520 last September. That card has shot through the roof. It is insane. And that's another one that if you get a 10, it's like a $500, $600 card. And now I think in a 10, it's even more than that. In a 9, I think it was still a couple hundred. It was like 150 to 200. But yeah, this Mega Alakazam, obviously you guys know he's in my top 5 as well. We got Pikachu, Gengar, Alakazam, Sudowoodo, Riolu, top 5. That's just me. I know, off topic. But again, like I said, over and over again, Megas, the Brittany Mega's back in Pokemon. Alakazam is everybody's, well, I shouldn't say everybody's, but a lot of people's favorite. It's a solid Pokemon. Pick it up. Seam Siege. There's only one. It's a secret rare. It's really the only card that's worth it in Seam Siege. You're probably looking at, it's kind of all over the place too. I would say anywhere between 40 and 50. I would pick it up. Seam Siege is kind of one of those sets where they just printed a crap ton of them. And there really wasn't too many decent cards inside of it. Let's be honest. It was just one of those, I feel like, throwaway sets, and that's why people kind of started or stopped caring about XY. Lastly, we have evolutions. There's 3. You already know who the 3 are. We got the Mega Blastoise, the Mega Venusaur, and the Mega Charizard. So Blastoise and Venusaur are both going to be the full arts. Should be roughly around the same price for both. 40-ish, yeah, 40 to 45 for Blastoise, which I absolutely love this card. Um, and I love this Mega Venusaur. Near Minch 46, 35, ooh, 30, 30. Kind of, I would say 35, 35 to 40. Yeah, a lot of 30s here. If you can get it for 30, obviously pick it up. Um, I wouldn't go too crazy on it. I'd probably say if it's well centered, no whitening, no scratches or anything like that, then maybe pay the 45-ish, 50-ish. But other than that, I would say stay right around 40, 35 to 40. And then this is just going to be the regular Megazard, because all the other ones are way too expensive. Well, I shouldn't say way too expensive, but I think they're all over 60. The other one, the full art, I think was 80-ish. The Mega, I think is over 100. I just picked up one of those. I have it in my binder, my sale binder. But near mint, yeah, you're looking at about 35-ish, which is crazy that this card is the same as the Venusaur. Think about that. Venusaur just doesn't get enough love, and I hate it. Um, that's why I'm glad they did what they did for 151, because that Venusaur is probably one of the better cards that they've made in a long time. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's going to do it for today. I know I've been going through these a lot, probably a little quicker. I don't know if you guys want me to slow down. I don't know if you guys want me to shorten the list and try to get it down to a certain ones. But again, I don't like to do that. I like to give you a lot of different options. I know 30 sometimes is just too much, but again, if you're someone like me that does a lot of card shows, is always out and about looking online and things like that, you want to have a solid database for most sets. So you're like, okay, I got $50 to spend, or I got $100 to spend, and I want 3-4 cards out of it. This is where you're looking at it. You're like, oh, okay, I saw that one. That one's a decent one. Let's pick that one up, because you don't ever know what's going to come through. You're not going to always see all these cards. So that's why I try to give people as many different variants as possible. Plus, people just have different favorite Pokemon. We all know that. So, but yeah, that's it. Obviously, Tuesday is going to be $20 card Tuesdays for XY, and then we're moving on back. So, take care.